Eagles fan, we need to have a very serious conversation. If you only looked at the standings and saw the record of 8 wins and 4 losses, you might think everything is fine. But those who watch the games, those who breathe this team, know that a reality is very different. The air is heavy in Philadelphia. There is a smell of panic in the hallways of the NovaCare complex, and with good reason. After 2 humiliating losses to conference rivals, the Cowboys and Bears, the patience of the fan base has not only run out, it has turned into fury. We reached the regrettable and extreme point of fans throwing eggs at the offensive coordinator's house. This is not acceptable, but it is a thermometer of desperation. And in the face of this chaos, the news I bring today confirms what we all feared. Nick Sirianni felt the water rising to his neck and decided to intervene. The head coach is effectively taking back the reins of the offense. Let's get to the details revealed by ESPN's Tim McManus and Clutch Points. The headline is clear: Nick Sirianni is taking a bigger role in the offense amid struggles. What does this mean in practice? According to internal sources, Sirianni has been much more vocal in offensive meetings this week. He is not just sitting in the back of the room, observing. He is presenting material side by side with offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. Sources say Sirianni has been addressing the group for much longer than usual at the top of meetings before ceding the floor to Patullo. This, my friends, has a name. In the corporate world or in football, this is called intervention. It is the boss saying, "You are not handling it. Let me show you how it is done." To understand the gravity, we need to look at who is on the hot seat. Kevin Patullo took over the offensive coordination after Kellen Moore left to be head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Patullo's promotion was supposed to be continuity, but it turned into a nightmare. Calls to remove him have grown louder. The egg incident at his house is proof that he lost the respect of the stand. And publicly, Sirianni says he supports Patullo, confirming that he will remain the play caller against the Chargers. But Sirianni's actions behind the scenes, taking over meetings, drawing up plays, scream the opposite of public support. It is a silent vote of no confidence. Sirianni is trying to save the offense and his own job before it is too late. Why is this intervention happening now? Because the numbers are indefensible. The article brings statistics that make any fan cry. In 13 games, the Philadelphia Eagles offense, which should be a Ferrari with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and Saquon Barkley, is driving like a Beetle with a flat tire. We are ranked 24th in total yards per game with only 304 yards. We are 19th in points per game with 22.5. But the recent snapshot is even scarier. In the past 4 weeks, the average points dropped to a ridiculous 15.5 points per game. For a team that wants to win the Super Bowl, scoring 15 points is signing a death warrant. The drop in performance is stark when we compare it to last year. Under the command of Kellen Moore before he went to the Saints, this same team with practically the same pieces was flying. The average was 367 yards and 27.2 points per game. We dropped from 27 points to 15 points in recent weeks. It is a gigantic tactical regression. The offense became predictable, slow, and without identity. Moore's departure exposed that Patullo might not have been ready for the job, and now Sirianni is desperately trying to recreate the magic of the past by getting his hands dirty. If the general averages are bad, the situational details are tragic. The text highlights 2 points where the offense is dying efficiency in the red zone and third down conversion. In the last 3 games, we converted just 10 of 35 third down. That gives a rate of 28.6%. Fan, you don't win in the NFL converting 28% of third downs. This means the offense doesn't stay on the field. Against the Bears, for example, we ran only 51 plays against 85 of theirs. The defense gets exhausted because the offense can't sustain drive. And when we get to the red zone against Chicago, we had 2 chances and converted only 1. It is a team that doesn't. And as if the internal crisis wasn't enough, the opponent this Monday on Monday Night Football is the worst possible for an offense in crisis. We are going to face the Los Angeles Chargers. And guess what? They have the 3rd best defense in the league, in total yards allowing only 275 per game, and are 11th in points allowed. It is a stingy defense that gives nothing for free. If Sirianni and Patullo think they are going to solve problems magically against this unit, they might have a rude awakening. If the offense enters disconnected, like in recent weeks, we could see another massacre on national prime time. This move raises a fascinating question about leadership. Nick Sirianni has a history of giving up offensive play calling to focus on team management. He did this in the past to save the season. Now he seems to be going the opposite way, getting more involved. This creates a kitchen with too many cooks. When the head coach starts presenting material together with the coordinator, the players get confused. Who do I listen to? Sirianni's voice or Patullo's? If the play goes wrong, whose fault is it? This hierarchical confusion often worsens the problem instead of solving it. Make no mistake, this intervention is an all-in by Nick Sirianni. By taking a bigger role, he's putting the target on his own back. If the offense improves against the Chargers, he will be the genius who saved the team. But if the offense continues anemic and we lose scoring 10 or 13 points, the blame won't be just Kevin Patullo's anymore. The blame will be Sirianni's. He is calling the responsibility to himself at a critical moment. If he fails, the conversations about his firing, and not just the coordinator's will, start to heat up in the Philadelphia press. We need to briefly talk about the egg incident. Throwing eggs at a professional's house, a family man, a human being, is unacceptable. This shows that the temperature in the city has reached the boiling point. The players know this. The coaching staff knows this. They know they are playing not just for wins, but for the safety and peace of their family. This external pressure can paralyze a team, or it can serve as fuel. Sirianni is trying to use this to create a sense of urgency, us against the world. But does the locker room still buy this speech? There is a light at the end of the tunnel mentioned at the end of the article. After this Rocca fight against the Chargers, the schedule softened. We have games against the Las Vegas Raiders and Washington Commanders. These are teams in theory more accessible. Sirianni's strategy might be survive the Chargers and use the following games to fix the offense before the playoffs. The team still has 8 wins. The postseason is an almost certain reality. The question is not qualify. The question is not being embarrassed when we get there. With Sirianni more involved, what can we expect different on the field? We will probably see a return to basic. Sirianni likes to control the clock, use the running game. Saquon Barkley needs to touch the ball more than 13 times and simplify the reads for Jalen Hurts. The offense became too complex and inefficient. Sirianni's hand usually brings a more conservative, but perhaps safer football. Fewer turnovers, more runs, quick passes. Is it ugly? Maybe. But if it wins the game and calms the fans, no one will complain about aesthetics. This intervention is also a message to our quarterback. Jalen Hurts has suffered under Patullo's command. His regression is visible in the passing yard statistics, only 196 per game, 23rd in the league. Sirianni is entering the room to say, I am going to simplify this for you, Jay. The relationship between coach and QB will be tested by fire this Monday. If Hurts responds well to Sirianni's voice, there is still hope. If he continues to look lost, the problem is deeper than who calls the plays. We are facing a decisive moment of the season, an 8-4 team in crisis, an offensive coordinator under attack literally, a head coach trying to intervene to save the ship, and a primetime game against a top 3 defense. The ingredients for an epic drama are on the table. What we will see Monday is not just a football game, it is the fight for the survival of an offensive philosophy. The situation is critical. Sirianni's intervention is the last card before drastic changes. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Nick Sirianni getting more involved in the offense is the solution? Or is it a sign of desperation? Do you trust that he can fix what Kevin Patullo broke? Or is the problem the lack of talent in the calls? And about the protest at the coordinator's house passion, or did they cross the line? Leave your honest opinion in the comments. This is the moment for the fans to debate the future. If you want to follow every unfolding of this crisis behind the scenes of the Eagles, leave a like on the video and subscribe. The coverage here doesn't stop until we lift the trophy, or, well, let's hope for the trophy. Fly, Eagles, fly.